saw a few familiar faces as well. How's your week in Istanbul? Great. Yeah, I personally I love those meat and dessert. Oh my God, that was killing me, you know. So nice to meet you all. So I'm Wei Duan from Mask Network. Also, we're working a open source DID protocol named Next.ID. That is what I'm gonna presenting to all of you guys. So today my topic is tech reputation anywhere with DIDs and universal profiles. And this is me. So Wei Duan, you can find me on Twitter, BinaryHB. Unfortunately, our CTO couldn't catch it, so he's also an initiator for this project. And yeah, he's around. I hope he can see you in later times. And today's agenda will be like dividing into 3 parts. So let me walk you through like the identity past, present, and the cyber future, where I will discuss you with the thoughts on why we want to take on this project, and our thoughts on what is identifier and what is powerful identities, what shape powerful identities from those centralized identities in the past. And also, we plan to launch a supercharged UX with a sovereignty identity as well. So first, identity in the past, you can see, so this is a typical identity card we all get. This is a driver license in the United States, Coronado State. You can see you will have your IDs and your faces, serial numbers assigned by this institution. So it's credentials and it's certificated by institutions, and governments issue passports, credit institutions aggregate information, but all of these are under black boxes, right? If somebody in the government, they hate you, or I don't know, they maybe have like interest confliction with you, they may like delete your file. So that happens as well. So like Web2 identifier nowadays, right now we are a digital user in the internet. So apart from driver license, you are getting your emails, phone numbers. By using these identifiers, you will be able to get right on airplanes. You have token gated orderings, and you get your mortgages by your identities. And we're kind of in this, progress life into like cyberspace, like digitalized our full life. So you can see from the global market, people are spending at least 80% time online, and this keep growing and growing. And the question lies, how can people construct digital selves in the future? What defines you and how you use IDs? Apart from the past experiences, we have IDs, identity card from the government or central institutions. And here we come, we are ending the Web3 era, so we have a Web3 identifiers today. And we want to propose this question, is wallet really identity? So this is the question that intrigued us to want to take on the DID track. So we thought a wallet, they are specific to ecosystems, like chains, like ecosystems specifically. So they are only like identifier. They cannot representing you. And also we do think you can't use your like bank account. Let's make a metaphor here, because in Web2, you have an identity card, then you have a bank account, or they're in like different banks, right? So you wouldn't call your identity equals to those bank cards. So we need to logically classify these two are 2 different things. Yeah, so by speaking of all this, so we needed to combining all those Web2 identifiers, Web3 identifiers, and also the data histories on Web3. That's where we are having this idea. So in Next.ID, we want to issue yourself with a key pair. We call it avatar, just like Rose EOA wallet did, right? You have a public private key pair, then it's a self-issued on decentralized storage infrastructure. Right now it's on Archive, I will show later. Then it's a chain agnostic. We're just software, so you wouldn't, we wouldn't limit it in any kind of specific chain. Then by doing so, you will have your own entity. And then after you have your identity, so we brought up a new idea called identity graph, so that you are linking your identity with all those Web2 identifiers, Web3 identifiers, all the identifiers out there. Then you have the histories of who you are. And again, we think identity now equals to wallet. And get rid of this text is kind of abstraction also. Let me show you what we're doing. So 3 services we're having right now: proof service, relation service, and core services. Proof service is where you get your identity created and do the authentication kind of stuff. Then relation service will be the open social graph. So this is the part we feel in favor of. We also wanted you hacks to build upon it. And it's an upcoming core service is a private cloud controlled DID. So it's still in a very primitive stage, but we were heading there. Then the first identity creation and authentication is done by the proof service. And this is the picture of that. So you can see in the center is the avatar. So it's a generate public private key pair. Then you use this avatar binding with your Web2 social platforms as Twitter, also Facebook. So how will we do that? So like it's a 2-dimensional cryptographic binding. Like you are the user, you are a user on Twitter, right? So you have an account to tweet. Then your tweet, you post a tweet. Inside the tweet, you will have your one signed message, which is signed by your private key in your avatar. So like both dimensionally, you proves you own the Twitter account. Also, you have the private key of that avatar. So boom, those two are binding together. But it's a core for users. You decided to do that. Meanwhile, it means you're somehow leaking your information on the internet. So it's a tough call. Just be cautious, beware of that. And we do where this kind of problem also cause hesitations from the users, but we will need this to the JK tags in the future. Then after those Web2 IDs banded, you can also bind it with your Web3 IDs, like your smart contract wallet, like all those wallet address on blockchain. This is the tech infrastructure, because you are all hackers. Just get to understand that I mentioned before, we store all this mapping, like binding informations on our wave, so nobody can change it. It's just the public infrastructure. But we do offering APIs on AWS. Let's make it much faster. But you can like pull up your API service based on our open source protocol as well. So this is the basically an easier way to understand the tech architecture. Then here comes the great part, open social and identity graph. So for instance, right now, I think this argument in the industry was how we're gonna, identify or prove you are a real person, right? So it's kind of problem industry facing, and there were 2 major approaches to want to solve this. The first is like WorldCoin type of wise kind of solution. They want to scan your eyeballs or your fingerprints, those kind of biological prints of yourself. They are unique, but we do endure the risk of if we nick it out. That's kind of terrible, right? If imagine if an eyeball installed in a machine robot who can completely represent you, so your risk, everything you have on the internet are in great danger. So we don't certainly we don't prove that. So that's why we are posing another solution, which is called open social identity. Like today, all of us are sitting here in this room. So right now, I have like NFT poll apps. We can integrate with each other. We can swap cards with each other. So we'll left messages or histories on chain that can prove something. And all this data is aimed up that it can prove somehow you are not a robot because you have a real interaction with other people on the history. So that is kind of look like this. So a social graph, the white circle one represents one of your identities. And the scalable data framework, because it's open source, so want you to use it. So let me give me a just quick live demo on Web3.bio so that I get to understand what it is. Web3.bio is that interface we built for you for presenting to get you understand what relation service can do. So Web3.bio, then you enter this. You can search anything you want. Like right now, I'm typing in the founder of and CEO of Moscow Network. He's in this domain. It pops out with all the information linked within. So see, these are all the ENS domains he has been using, and he bind it with the space ID, forecast, lens profile, and with the bridging of Next.ID avatar. So it bind it with your Twitter, your Discord, your Reddit, GitHub, Discord ID, all of that, right? Again, you may concern, this kind of make privacies as well. We do concern as well. So this is a problem with still we're trying to solve. But after you're doing this, it's much easier for projects to identify who this guy is, like through one of the addresses. Because most of the projects are confused. Oh, I don't want to airdrop to those bots, right? I do want to airdrop to those real users to be a stable attack distance. So this could be one solution for that. And many other scenarios as well. And let's go back to the slide. Then the Universal Profile API is that we build up upon relation APIs because the relation service is built under a graph database. So you can query the data via GraphQL, which is not that so much friendly. So we build an API, RESTful standard format APIs for you easier to use. So you can access the API, the web3.bio. This is the site. To access endpoints with the parameters to adjust using this to fetch data on this open social graph. And this is the partnering corrections as hint3, the .beats or the 3. Mask, of course, our model company, like data platforms as 0xscope, XMPP, Clubland, blah, blah. And this page showing you like the former ETHGlobal Profiles. So like the team data for builders, some of the teams are here as well. They win their graph IDs. They are doing relation service with identity graph. Also social capabilities, pro service, the project Builders Garden. And our recent winners on ETHGlobal New York. With Telegram bot integration and also SocialFi kind of stuff. And right now we are in Istanbul, so 10,000 USD amount as well. Just try it out. We have 3 parts. The first is about fully on-chain gaming. Fully on-chain gaming is also a certain area to utilizing DID. So we do want to invite hackers together to design this on-chain gaming game account solution. Then the second part will be the best use of Next.IDs. Mainly just use the Universal Profile API relation service that we do it. Then unveil your revolutionary social app. This is for a Moscow network. So we are a favor of decentralized social. Yeah. Thank you. That's me. Please do follow us on Twitter, Next.ID, and join our Telegram group. If integrating an API, you're getting any problems, issues you want to ask, just feel free to post question in the group. And you can find also in GitHub, of course, fully open source project, GitHub, Next.ID, and Next.ID, the domain, which is easier to access. There it is. Great. I think that will be my 2 minutes earlier. Thank you all.